Good morning, Connor kiddos. Okay, I know it's kind of early for me this morning. We had a staff meeting this morning, so I'm on top of things this morning. And Kate's still asleep. Should we say hi, Kate? Can you say hi, Katie girl? Can you open up your eyes and say hello? Oh, she twitched her ear. Is that as much as you're gonna give? Okay. That's all you get this morning. Okay. All right. Today we're reading this silly book. Another Little Miss book. Little Miss Helpful by Roger Hargreaves. Help! Okay, here we go. Little Miss Helpful was one of those people who loves to help other people, but who ends up helping nobody. Kate has to stretch. And circle, 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 and down. Okay. Do you know what I mean? I mean, for instance, like the time when one of Mr. Tall's shoelaces came undone. Now, if you are as tall as Mr. Tall, tying your shoelaces isn't the easiest thing in the world, as you can imagine. Oh, let me help, cried Little Miss Helpful, rushing over to him. Then somehow she managed to tie Mr. Tall's shoelaces together, and he fell over. And if you're as tall as Mr. Tall, falling over hurts. Bang! Ouch, he said, rubbing his head. Let me help, cried Little Miss Helpful, and she rushed over to get some bandages. And she rushed back and stuck them right on Mr. Tall, over his mouth. He said. He was trying to say take them off, but that's rather difficult to do with bandages stuck over your mouth. Little Miss Helpful looked at him with concern. Oh, let me help, she cried, and she ripped the bandages off his mouth. Ow, he cried, that hurt. Would you like me to get some cream for your sore mouth? She said anxiously. No, he said, go away. Now, do you know what I mean about people like Little Miss Helpful who really don't help anybody? Last year in April, I think it was, Mr. Happy woke up feeling ill. The doctor had to be called, and he came to Mr. Happy's house, which is on a hill by a lake. Oh dear, said the doctor when he saw Mr. Happy. Measles. Mr. Happy's face fell. Now, you'll have to stay tucked nice and warm in bed and get lots of rest and take this medicine 3 times a day, said the doctor, and he left. Mr. Happy settled down to sleep. But who should arrive? He'd just fallen asleep when there was a loud knock at his front door. Oh dear, groaned Mr. Happy and staggered off to open it. You can guess who it was, can't you? I've come to help, she cried. But, protested Mr. Happy. But nothing, cried Little Miss Helpful. Now off to bed with you while I do some things around here. She looked around. This place should sure use a good cleaning, she said. Mr. Happy had just fallen asleep again when Little Miss Helpful poked her head around his bedroom door. Have you got a scrub brush? She asked. Oh, poor Mr. Happy had to get up and show her where it was, and then he went back to bed. To sleep. Little Miss Helpful stepped back to admire the clean kitchen floor she had just scrubbed and slipped on the soap and fell head over heels and got her head stuck in a bucket and, because she couldn't see where she was going, walked into a shelf full of saucepans which fell all over the floor with a terrible clatter. And because she couldn't see where she was going, Little Miss Helpful stepped in one of the saucepans and got it stuck on her foot. And because she had to hop, she fell over against the refrigerator door, which flew open and everything inside fell out. All over Little Miss Helpful. Poor Mr. Happy awoke with a start from the terrible commotion. He groaned, got out of bed, went to the kitchen, and opened the door. He could not believe his eyes. There in the middle of a pile of broken eggs and a scrub brush, rolling saucepans, a lot of water, spilt milk, squashed butter, bent saucepan lids, and a piece of soap, sat little Miss Helpful, with a bucket on her head and a saucepan on her foot. "Help!" came a voice from the bucket. Mr. Happy grabbed the bucket and pulled as hard as he could, and he pulled and pulled until, pop, the bucket came off the top of little Miss Helpful's head like a cork out of a bottle. Mr. Happy shot backwards like a bullet from a gun, and crash, he went flying through the kitchen door. He had shot across the garden, straight through his hedge, and he rolled down the hilly field behind his garden faster and faster until, splash, he ended up in the lake with the bucket in his hand, and a little figure with a saucepan on one foot came running, half-hopping, out of Mr. Happy's house. "Let me help!" she cried. That's the end of the story. That's so helpful. Was she? Okay, silly, fun story. All right, today I have another challenge for you. Okay, Emma and Neeser won the last challenge. Emma, I'm still waiting to hear what treat you want before I bring it to your house. So here's our next challenge. And I will tell you, I gave you a little clue about this the other day, okay? She wrote The Tale of Peter Rabbit. She was a conservationist who defended the land she loved against industrialization and logging. She loves sketching fossils and fungi. Okay, so that is your clue. If you think you know who she is, comment on my YouTube channel or Facebook channel or however you watch this. The first one to do it, I will bring a treat to your house, okay? And don't forget this awesome website for lots of great new books. If you're running out of things to read, all of them are 50% off. It's a screaming good deal. And if you order $50 over books, you get free shipping. So that's kind of good. So tomorrow's kind of fun because it's a special person's birthday tomorrow. So we're going to find out who that birthday person is tomorrow. Okay? Have a great day. Kate, can you say goodbye? Oh, she opened one eye for you. Okay. Love you guys. Have a great day.